Hello there, Croissant and welcome. I'm Shadow Lumox and I'm back on No Man's Sky for part 5 of the adventures of Captain Lumox, my unscripted roleplay through the expedition Cartographers. This is, as I said, part 5, liftoff, as Captain Lumox finally makes it off the planet. So, please, I really would be interested if people are liking this, because I really do enjoy making it, so leave a comment or something. Don't really ask for that, but I hope you enjoy this. Previously on Stargate SG-1. To finally fix my ship. The cave. There are sentinels on this planet. I now find myself in the middle of a lightning storm. I've passed some sort of test. I'm ready to get off this rock. Captain's log, night 11. The moment has finally arrived. I've managed to get what I need to fix at least enough of this ship so I can get off this planet. Hopefully, once I'm out there, I'll at least be able to find hopefully a station, see what sort of system I'm in, and see if I can figure out where I am in the galaxy, so hopefully I can find my way all the way home. I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm not sorry to see the back of this planet. So we'll do a final systems check, and hopefully this old bird holds together and I can get myself out of here. Here we go. Oh, and there we go. It is a good feeling to get myself back out here into the void. It's funny how planets such as those always look quite pretty from this point of view. But I'm going to make my way now to the station, which I'm already starting to see on my sensors, and hopefully I can get my bearings and make sense of all this. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log, supplemental. I found a space station orbiting a ring planet with 2 moons on the other side of the planet. as I make my way in. I'm pleased to see that it is a Kovac station with some bikini here as well. It's nice to see myself back in civilization. I still find myself unable to understand the locals though. My language skills have left me and deserted me for some reason. So I'm going to just continue asking everyone for a bit of help. Hopefully the people of this system are friendly and I'm able to raise my knowledge of the surrounding species and cultures so I can interact with them, get some answers. Captain Lumox, out. Captain's log, supplemental. As I made my way to leave the station, learning all that I could from the locals there, I was presented with a rendezvous point on the nearby planet that the station's in orbit of. My systems say that the planet's name is Akri, and said it seems to be another planet just as toxic as the one I've just left. But fortunately, with a working ship and my wits about me, I doubt I'm going to crash this time. I'm going to make my way to the rendezvous and see what I can find. Captain Lumox's log. I was mistaken with my initial readings of where the rendezvous point was. It seems it was on one of the moons on the other side of the planet. Fortunately, the weather on this planet is much nicer than what I left, and the planet that I initially thought I had to go to. While landing in the coordinates that I was given, it seems that I have to do an initial search. My target seems to be about 900 U's away from me. I'm going to make my way there and see what I come across. I will make scans of the surrounding areas and the surrounding wildlife to document my travels, and we'll see what I come across. Captain Lumox, out. Captain Lumox's log, supplemental. What I initially thought was a nice calm planet seems it was a miscalculation on my part. My systems detect that a firestorm is incoming. I'm going to make my way then to my target and hopefully find some cover from the incoming storm. Captain Lumox out. Captain Lumox's log, supplemental. I've reached my target and it is another repository just like the one I found on the first planet I came to. Fortunately I got here just in time. My equipment is running low and damage is starting to occur. Be nice just to get some shelter and maybe get some answers. Captain Lumox out. Entity knowledge is 2 Korvax. My efforts with the locals is slowly increasing my knowledge of the language, but still not enough to make sense of the text that's greeted before me. The Korvax archive is intended only for its own species, much like the one I found on the other planet. Ancient audio equipment drones in a low frequency, seemingly expecting a voice command. Archive access granted. Decrypt archive. The entity is titled Disconnection. It contains the manifest will of ancient Korvax echoes. Disconnected choose to be what they are. They choose the errors that lead to their ejection. They choose, in other cases, to leave of their own free will. 98% attempt to rejoin the convergence once they are alone. They do not understand what we are, even those who have lived their entire lives in our light. We are not a hive mind. We are not individuals. We are in between. We are an ocean of many creatures, one mass containing multitudes, an ecosystem of living and dead, of thoughts and feelings, constantly merging and unmerging. The weeping of the disconnected is just vapor, liquid drifting into uncharted skies. An interesting insight into the Korvax way of life. Is this what I'm supposed to learn? I still need to find the larval cores that I will need to fix the hyperdrive on my ship. Hopefully getting to another system will lead to more answers. Captain Lumox out. Welcome, visitor entity, to this information repository for planet SIME 7. SIME 7 historical databanks indicate several local sites of Korvax cultural significance. Directions are available. Dispense planetary chart. No, I don't think so. I already have one. Long ago, it seems, an automated distress call went unanswered. If I can crack the encryption pattern, I could potentially extract the coordinates. 1, 2, 6, 24, 120. $720. Distress signal coordinates discovered. Captain Lumox's log. Supplemental. I found an abandoned communications outpost, and after decrypting the computer, was able to pinpoint a distress signal on this planet. I know I've got to find larval cores, which will be in abyssal horrors, which are normally found around abandoned outposts. I'm not looking forward to this, but a distress signal could very well point to something that is in fact abandoned. So I'm going to follow the signal and hopefully find what I need. Captain Lumox, out. Captain's log. While the distress signal didn't lead to an abandoned outpost, I have come across an abandoned, damaged ship. Hopefully I can access the log of the distress beacon, maybe get an idea of what happened. The high-tech ship's emergency system activates as I climb on board, and a hologram appears before me. The light in the mask it wears seem wide and dim. The pilot calmly reports news of its imminent demise. The noise of explosions and tearing metal can be heard. The hologram disappears, leaving an array of glittering technologies and devices behind. Some of it still look operational. Search for functioning technology. The research ship carries fascinating technological advances. I scan a blueprint and can now construct one of these advances myself. It seems, with the pilot's imminent demise clear before them, the pilot has left me something to help me. After an initial inspection of the ship, and while there are many damaged components, I still think this is worth salvaging. And even if I can't fix it, I'll always be able to sell it and get some very much needed units and resources, advanced resources at that. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log. While continuing my search for an abandoned outpost, so I can maybe find some abyssal horrors, I came across a Sentinel supply depot. Normally I wouldn't bother with one of those if I was on foot, but in my ship there was nothing the Sentinels could do to stop me. Quick raid, some very valuable resources which I'll be able to sell. It's always good just to report a bit of good news. Captain Lumox out. Korvax echoes will. The Traveller. Korvax echoes will. Traveller's technology. Tiny floating tetrahedrons emerge from the planet's surface and surround me. I try to wave them away with my multi-tool, but each time they swarm closer to it, as if attracted to it somehow. I raise my multi-tool and they shimmer blue as they dart this way and that. Closer and closer, they are within touching distance of my multi-tool. They make one final surge. I'm going to let the tetrahedrons in. My multi-tool glows bright blue. The colours spread, seeping up my arms. With a sudden surge, the electric glow reaches my brain. I pass out. I awake. Reality is restored. I find myself in possession of a new piece of multi-tool technology. Captain's log. My exploration of the moon is proving fruitless, yet somehow productive at the same time. Came across a manufacturing facility being guarded by sentinels. I blasted my way through the doors using my ship's cannons. Sentinels are powerless to stop me. Alarms blare, sounding out against my intrusion. The facility is remotely operated and no one responds to the klaxon's call. The terminal indicates that the facility was undertaking a specialized piece of research. Experiment. And the rest, unfortunately, is unknown to me. The terminal appears to be asking for manual confirmation of its experiment. At a complete guess, I'm going to try and add some carbon, and hopefully it allows the experiment to continue. I tap a few commands into the terminal, opening its input hopper. I insert some carbon from my exosuit. There is a pause, then a rumble. Fire belches from the hopper. Smoke seeps from the terminal keyboard. The entire system shuts down. Captain's log. I seem to have come across a downed freighter. I wonder what could have taken down something so big, and why it has ended up here. Log extraction complete. Life goes on, day after day, delivering after. I hope to go home soon. The life of a is not for one like me. Multiple sentinel energy signatures detected, requiring immediate dropping out of warp. There's the sentinel. What are they doing? Fighting each other. The sentinel ships are engaging each other, ignoring us for now. The sentinels appear to have departed. Their distress signal nearby, broadcasting 16 on repeat. I'm going to take a look. That was the last broken log I could find. This system just keeps getting more and more mysterious. Sentinels fighting each other. I've never seen it. But sensor logs do confirm what the freighter captain saw. And while I do know the meaning of 16, could have been another traveller. Captain Lumox out. Captain Lumox's log. As night falls in on this moon, and I am still unable to locate the abyssal horrors I need to harvest the larval cores necessary to fix the illegal warp core on my ship, I find myself wondering if I'll ever find such a thing on this planet, and maybe if it'll be worth exploring the moon, the subsequent moon, or the main planet itself. I found myself randomly at a galactic trade terminal located in the middle of nowhere, no doubt left by some previous traveller or entity, although they are no longer anywhere to be found. The nights on this planet are cold, and I think I'll have to make do in my ship again for tonight. I don't see the point of putting down a base computer if my plan is just to leave. Captain Lumox, out.